All right, good morning. How are you? You guys ready to go? All right. Good morning. Welcome to Forex.Today, the YouTube community of more than 21,000 foreign exchange traders. We gather here today to conduct technical and fundamental analysis with the overriding goal of planning our trades in advance because trading is risky. Not appropriate for everyone. Your past performance, good or bad, is not necessarily indicative of future results. Please stay small, stay humble, focus on the long term, never risk money you cannot afford to lose. All right, let's get going. We all need a broker. I recommend Traders Way. They're an ECN. I recommend an ECN. This is the ECN that I recommend. Your broker probably isn't an ECN, and that's a problem. Just so you know, you probably made the wrong decision if you chose a broker that's not an ECN. So you should make the switch, do your own due diligence. I recommend Traders Way. I've worked with them for 10 years. And then everything else you need. Combination of technical analysis, fundamental analysis, scalping, okay, scalping the market, scalping the news. It's all here. Coaching, community, courses. Okay, they're all here at TRADARS, all in one. Cool. Nice. So these are all things that have come out in the last less than 20 minutes. So ago, there's like 1, 2, 3, 4 things have come out in the last 20 minutes. A couple more setups over the last hour. Very cool, huh? Yeah. Jumbo. I'm going to change the settings here. Get rid of key levels, maybe Fibonacci patterns. Save it. Okay, these are sort of the bigger moves, change of direction type stuff, things I might be interested in. Swiss franc may be weakening or dollar strengthening, not sure. Well, euro dollar down, USD Swiss franc up, USD yen up. Aussie dollar down. Looks like maybe some US dollar strength forming, huh? Very cool. That's all technical analysis, very easy. Oh, I'm in the wrong browser is the issue. All right, I don't want to go through all that right now. Cool. Cool. Right on. So what is it that you want to do today? Let me check the poll. Have you answered the poll? Let's see. No, we need a few more people. So we'll let that happen. Let's start with the indices. Okay. US dollar has been weak. A little bit of stabilization going on here. but on the long run, okay? Now, the thing is, will it drop below this? Well, it's going to be a challenge, but this is the dollar index. It may not be the one that you're trading. This is one that was created. Nonetheless, it's been weak, and well, if risk on continues, if the Fed does cut, I would suppose that this continues to weaken. On the daily chart, we're stuck in here with the Swiss franc, and I would expect Swiss franc to be on the weak side. But you can see it's not quite participating in that thesis quite yet. But maybe it'll turn. I don't know. That's a giant maybe. But we want to observe whether if it does or not. Down would be better for the Swiss National Bank. That's what they would want. In particular, if the euro is weakening, they don't want a strong Swiss franc. But very often when the euro weakens, Europeans move their money to their Swiss bank accounts. Have you reviewed the European PMI data? How many people here have actually read the European PMI from last week? Not the number. You actually read the report. Oh, that's funny. I can't get that to line up anymore. Well, we'll do that. Yeah. And so it's not really a shocker, in particular on the manufacturing side, that euro's coming down, huh? Nice little roll reversal. Double top, lower low, lower high. Drop it like it's hot. Drop it like it's hot. Drop it like it's hot. Wade is being honest. Thank you for that. Now you should. Okay. So we do this at Investor Boot Camp in the swing trading group. Yeah. Why is the US dollar strong? Well, apparently people are buying it. Okay, we have enough votes here. Thank you very much for participating. Risk neutral. I would agree with that. Yen strong. One of the things that I'm paying attention to here is the way that we're dealing with the 21. And it may not be doing it on the daily 21. And this was supposed to roll over and it did not. Okay. Oh, okay. Sure. Oops. Boop, 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 boop. So what else is going on? Like when we look at this, hang on, gee whiz, now my mouse isn't working. You're kidding me. What is that? All right. All right. So the plan here, if you look at what I drew, was paying attention to the daily 21. And right around this zone was the daily 21. Totally makes sense. The hypothesis is that we could hit the 21 and reverse to the downside. Makes sense. And if it did, we would want to sell lower lows and lower highs. Okay, we call that a trade plan. And so we got up into that zone, and guess what happened? We did not make a lower low, lower high. We made a top, a bottom, a top, a bottom, a top, a higher high. Uh-oh. And that's precisely how you want to be wrong. Okay? Precisely how you want to be wrong. Okay. Okay, you see, we wait, and we didn't get it. Now, if you're using pivot points, okay, we are entering the September sell zone. So this may not have failed, but it might have failed. You see? So you still wait. You wait for market conditions to be favorable to your hypotheses. Okay. And of course, that's just one asset. There are many assets that are in play right now. Somebody else also asked about why dollar is strong. Well, I'm assuming not only have you looked at the fundamentals, but you're paying attention to things like the technicals. And one of the majors is hit a price in which you would expect dollar to get strong. So is that it? Yeah, it could be. Okay. And then what? Maybe like that? I don't know. Well, that's based on the same trade plan that we had on the other yen pair, but has not worked yet. Here's an example of the pound yen. This was created, a week ago, this trade plan. Still no lower low. Still waiting. Okay, there's the September sell pivot. And we got to just continue waiting. It's okay. Okay, yeah. Also, for those that are wondering about dollar strength, well, later today there's a major risk event. Does anybody know what it is? Yes, well, euro is weak, so that makes sense. And here's the trade plan from 6 days ago, sorry. NVIDIA earnings, that's correct. So that might be good for the market, but who knows? It comes out 85% revenue increase, and people are disappointed by that, and the stock market comes down, or maybe it's only 65%, and the market comes down even worse. And that, but the thing is, when you leave the market, when investors leave the U.S. market, it creates dollar strength. So maybe NVIDIA comes out great. Stock market rallies tomorrow or tonight and overnight and tomorrow. Dollar is weak and everything is right as rain again. That's all. Okay. Now, to be fair, we came up with this Thursday of last week, and they're still valid. And you might be in these trades right here. You might be in this trade and doing all right. Maybe it's not as lovely as you would like, but it's plausible. It's not good, but it does lower high, right? Lower high, lower, kind of a lower low, lower high, kind of a lower low. It's not great, but it's happening. Richard says there's a lot of risk events. Yes. What's tomorrow? GDP. What's Friday? PCE. Could that be it? Yeah. So for the person that asked about why is the dollar strong today, risk? I don't know. See, what it's showing you is other people have already behaved. They've already acted. They've already thought about it and already adjusted their positions. Okay, so if dollar's strong, it's risk off. They may not be selling, they're just exiting old risk on trades. Is there a way we can know if there's risk on or risk off, let's say today or this week? Is there a quick and dirty way of getting that done so that you can align your trading with market reality? Oh, wait. This doesn't have access, does it? I'm logged into the wrong one. Yeah. Can I do this? Probably this one. Ugh, gross. Sorry, I don't want to mess around with... I'm not logged in to the right profile. I don't know. I have so many things going on. So anyways, yeah, you use QuantBox, now known as TRADARS Fundamental Analytics. So if you don't know the fundamentals, you don't really have much of a chance of success. You'll be right some of the time, wrong some of the time, right some of the time, wrong some of the time. You already know that that's true, so I'm kind of preaching to the choir. So if you're like, why is the dollar strong today? Really? Have you been paying attention to the risk gauges? Right. Somebody else said, hey, what do you think about X, Y, and Z currency pair? Well, I've asked you not to ask me questions like that because it's a silly question. What do I think about it? What do you mean, what do I think about it? Why don't you just look at the data? Right? What do you mean, what do I think of it? There's data. Okay? And if you look at the data, there's, let me get rid of that. When you're analyzing the data, it's not like a thought. Like, what do I think about a currency pair? What do you mean? Like, so when you look at the data, it's either something you would buy and own or you wouldn't buy or own out of logic. And then once you've made that decision, the only thing is at what time and at what price. Actually, the right order is what price, and then you try to figure out what exact time. So for example, if you analyze the PMIs out of Great Britain and Canada, oh, it's clear. So what do I think? What do you mean? Like if you read the PMI, just the PMIs alone make, I'm not even going to tell you up or down. If you just read the reports, it's crystal clear what direction this should be going. Or you flipped a coin at the very least. But let's say, right? Okay. Oh, Alex gave me a thumbs up. Right on. Cool. So, like, let's say I'm a bull. Let's say that makes logical sense fundamentally. Okay. Now, the next thing is, let's talk about technicals. What are different prices I could buy if I happen to be a bull? Well, this is simple price action. So again, what do I think? I don't, what do you mean, what do I think? This is straightforward. If you're a bull, that's a potential buy, but I don't, like, it's not a thought. It's like, dude, that's price action. It just is. It's a reality. It's not an opinion. If you're a bull, that is a big potential price in which you would, if price comes down to this level, you would look for a role reversal on a smaller time frame and you'd buy it. But that's not an opinion. I don't think about that. What do you mean think? If I'm a bull, that's what you do. That's how the bull do. So that's one plan. You can call it plan A, plan B, whatever. Okay, because the next one is here, somewhere between the 21.55. So the first one is price action. Okay, the second one is momentum. So once again, if I've made a conclusion a long time ago to be a bull here, maybe you're a bear. That's perfectly fine. I'm not telling you should be a bull. I'm just throwing this out. Let's say I'm a bull. Okay, if I was a bull, I'd buy somewhere between the 21.55. I wrote it in a book, 20 years ago. Well, 15 years ago, right? 15 years ago, I told you what I think. Okay, in a scenario like this, I'll buy somewhere between the 21.55. That's what I think. But of course, I would do that for anything I'm bullish on. Okay, so maybe this is higher than the other one. So this is sort of a plan A. And then somewhere around here is a plan B, correct? Yeah. And all of this is based on bias. Now, if you want to know my bias, all you have to do is become a member of TRADARS. And you just do it quantitatively. You look at GDP, you look at employment, you look at the PMIs, you look at inflation levels, you look at interest rate levels, and a whole bunch more. So again, it's like a quantitative mathematical formula. There's no thought, there's an answer. Okay? I want you to know, like, if you feel like you're trading randomly, looking to a YouTube guru for opinions is dangerous because most of them have no idea what they're doing, or at least they're not qualified. Maybe they know what they're doing, but they can't prove it. Let's say they don't have the education or anything, right? So whatever. Instead, you should have access to the data. The data is real. The data is available. I can provide it to you easy for, less than $100 a month. But you can gather it for free. You can gather it for free. Let me even show you this. YouTube.com/@quantbox. Okay, if you want to know how to do it for free, because you don't believe having a fundamental bias is worth $100 a month. Cool. Then let me show you. And why isn't it up here? I guess because I'm a subscriber. No. I guess maybe. Where's the launch video? It should have been here. But I guess I'm a sub, so it doesn't show me. It would have been the very first one. I'll show you how to do it all for free. Okay? Would you like to learn how to develop a solid fundamental bias? For free? Wow, I've uploaded way too many of these, huh? And it's still not there. So where is how come it's not there? It's so strange. Live. Oh, it's this one. What is QuantBox? Yeah. Okay, good. Yay. Okay, great. This is it. This is how, and I go through it in great detail, and I show you where to get the data for free. Okay? Okay? And I even show you my first trading strategy.
That occurred overnight. So I'd open up my trading platform, and back then trading platforms didn't have charts. So that's why I learned how to trade this way. And so I opened up my trading platform and I manually entered the overnight volatility numbers in a spreadsheet, one pair at a time, and I was able to spread, basically create an index, pull each individual asset apart, and then be able to discern, well, how's Aussie doing today? Is it very bullish? Is it bullish? Is it bearish? Is it very bearish? And then
Cool, shut the back door. So I show you how to do everything for free. You should, but then therefore you have facts. That's what I mean. Like when somebody says, what do I think? Well, it's facts to me. So I'm like, it's like, Wayne, what do you think the number is of 1 + 1? What does that equal? What do you think it equals? I'm like, what do you mean? What do I think it equals? It's 1 + 1 is 2. When you look at like, what do I think with pound CAD? I'm like, did you look at the data? Like, what do I think? Again, you're asking me 1 + 1. What do I think it equals? Well, it does equal 2. It's not a thought, right? So anyways, right? That's all I'm saying is if you're asking YouTubers what they think, you should already know. And if if you don't know, that is a solvable problem. That's what I'm trying to get to. It's a solvable problem. It's not that it's a bad question. It's that you should be able to answer it yourself. Right? It's solvable. You can solve for that answer. Yeah. The data's there. QuantBox does that. That's what QuantBox does. Okay. So anyways, cool. So now I could say, let's say I'm a bull. Again, I'm not telling you I'm a bull. Maybe I'm not a bull. Okay. I would start by downloading the UK PMI and the Canadian PMI and just read them. That's not a complete picture, but it's a picture. Okay. And you should know this. You should be doing this work, or you should have a way to automate it. But it doesn't cost any money to read these PMIs. I read them yesterday. Okay. But anyways, let's say I am a bull. Do I like the fact that it barely made a higher high and already dropped? No, I don't like that at all. But I am interested in buying it down here. So we could have pound CAD falling for 4 days. And what might the Wayne do if the Wayne was bullish? Yeah, I might buy it. Yeah, I might buy it. We're at 1777, maybe 1750, so it'll drop another 25 pips. And if or when it does that, then I will get ready to buy it. I don't know if I'll buy it, but I know the price. And I'll buy it when it does a bullish reversal pattern. But will it? I don't know. And at what time? I don't know. That's why I have to be there ready, willing, and able. And when I see the pattern, that would be the right time. So I already know the price. I just don't know if I'll get a time. But it'll probably be down there. I think it'll actually be a little higher than that. Here, let me mute that. Okay. You see? So I already know what I want to do. I just don't know if I'll get the opportunity. That's the way to handle this, right? So if it falls further, I might buy it. If it reverses here, I might buy it because I'm trying to shoot in front of the running deer, which is, right, a higher time frame moving average. Which one were we looking at? Whoa, it wasn't daily, was it? Yeah, I'm trying to hit the daily, but the daily is rising and price is falling. So in a couple of days, it might rise up here. Okay, so, somewhere between that X and where we are now, I have permission to buy it if I want. Now, I don't like a lower low scenario. That does bother me on this smaller time frame. So I actually would like it to hold now. I don't want it to do this, because then I need it to do this, and then I need it to do that, and then maybe. But if it just did the double bottom now, that would be helpful. And in a few days, this, which is the daily 21, will be up here. Actually, it'll be over here. Okay? So it's just like, yeah, maybe. I'm waiting. Okay? But we can see on this time frame, it is risk off, but it could fall for a day or two, and then maybe. But as far as the fundamentals are concerned, that's pretty straightforward. Yeah. Oil is going to move today around 10:30. It's 9. So in 45 minutes, oil is going to move. So you should be ready for that. Okay, gold on the 1 hour is not bullish. No, Alex, not that I know of. Okay, gold is definitely not bullish today on the 1 hour. So maybe you have an opportunity to skippity scalpity, bibbity boppity boo. How about the S&P? Once again, not bullish in the moment. Maybe we need some NVIDIA. Yeah. So lots of things are paring back more than building up. Okay. Even some capitulation on Bitcoin. Higher high, higher low. It was supposed to kick off that 4 hour 21, and oh no, it did not. Yeah. Oh, it did not. Now look at it though, weekly M3 to weekly M1. So we've almost, I mean, you could argue we completed the pattern already. Yeah. I'm a trend trader, so I don't generally plan for reversals unless we've hit targets. And we didn't hit a target, we just hit a sell zone, but that doesn't necessarily predict price falling in an uptrend. Right? That is true, Bernd, for sure. Okay. Let's go a little higher. Okay. And we're trying to figure out what to do here. Okay. Already got the roll reversal. Already identified the 21 on the 4, 5 on the daily. See, the 4-hour 21 is the daily 5 EMA. I know, right? Yeah. So anyways, it's either going to rise or not rise. Okay. Alex, get a mini laptop. Okay. So, for example, are you going to buy it? Okay. Maybe today you trade on the 5-minute chart. Oh, by the way, that 5-minute scalp that we did last night, or yesterday, I should say, it worked. We hit target and went back down, hit 107, and actually dropped to 106.85. Okay. But if you think it's going to go up from now, you could try to trade it throughout the day. It's not great because I still see this as lower low, but for some bulls, okay, they think they might come up here. That's all. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Oh, is that right, Alejandro? Yeah. Gotcha. Okay. Pound through the daily. Definitely time to take a break. Okay. 1 standard deviation below the mean. But you don't have to be on the first wave. I'd rather you be above these moving averages. So like if you were scalping, okay, you make only 2 or 3 trades in a day, okay, you're going to look at it this way. Okay? That's how you play this out. Yeah. Now, there's a chance for it to be bullish, but if you're a bull, what I was trying to say is you want to be above the moving averages and then riding them to the up. Do we have that now? No. So bears are going to sell it, but if it's going to turn bullish, maybe tomorrow, maybe tonight after NVIDIA. Sunday, you know what, Sunday? I don't think so. No, so hang on. Let me make sure you got the right one. And I will search it. Okay. Yeah. All right. So anyways, guys, the market's frozen until we get NVIDIA, then tomorrow GDP, and then Friday PCE. So that'll break the log jam here, or crack the ice, so to speak. But when you look at what's going on through the different market constituencies, neutral. So keep your powder dry, keep your lot size small. If you're going to trade maybe look at the long-term time frames, but then trade the smaller time frames. But basically be cautious, be careful, don't be aggressive. And, the next event is in half an hour, and that'll be on oil. Peace on earth, may the pips be with you, may your profits be above average.